Our first speaker for the afternoon is none other than Belal from DMCC, and he will be talking about unlocking a year of growth, Dubai's rise in gaming. So please welcome Belal.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be at the GameExpo every year. For the past few years, we've been the main sponsor here, and it's always good to see the buzz and the engagement and great gaming companies that we meet at our booth. So today, I'm going to give you a small recap of what's been happening in the world of gaming, as well as Web3 and AI a little bit. But before that, we always like to look at the global games hub, and it's good to see that the UAE is becoming a more interesting place for gaming companies, similar to the other countries that have been giving a lot of subsidies and incentives to the gaming world. And why is that, some may ask? Well, there are some generic benefits that benefit all the companies and not just gaming. One of them is that people view Dubai as a strategic business hub, giving access to Asia and Africa, and having a very centralized time zone that helps companies manage businesses and connect east to west. With the great flight connections at Dubai, you can reach more than 5 billion of the world population between 4 to 8 hours flight. But also Dubai stands out when it comes to a number of key areas, both in the world and also in the region, such as the global economic competitiveness and ease of doing business, as well as a status as a great place to work and do business and live. The ease of doing business is also very good. And at the same time, Dubai is a very cosmopolitan place. People from all over the world can find a home away from home. And English is the business language here, so you don't have to learn Arabic in order to get by and work. But most importantly is that Dubai is a great destination for business events. As you can see, we have back-to-back events from AI to crypto to gaming. Me personally, I have been at more events than I've been at my own house or office, and I think it's going to continue being that way for the next few weeks. Now, we've also seen a very good influx of high net worth individuals in the past few years, and the UAE tops the charts when it comes to the number of high net worth individuals that moved here in 2024. And I think this number is going to continue to be big, to reach 8,200 new high net worth individuals, topping the chart compared to the other key countries. So why is this important for you guys here? Is that more money is coming into the UAE and more investment for gaming companies, hopefully. Now, some of this is because of the attractive tax benefits in the UAE, and especially the personal income tax, as well as the corporate income tax being 0% for wealth management and family offices. But also the visa programs that are attractive here. Visa is a very easy thing to get in the UAE, and you can almost take it for granted. You can have it either as being employed by a company or a shareholder, but there's also the golden visa program for the talent and investors. But a lot of what drives the growth here in the UAE is the strategies that are developed by the UAE government. The UAE has always been very quick to respond when it comes to disruptive technologies, and normally that comes in a form of strategies. And those strategies very quickly translate into projects and initiatives and incentives by Dubai government. And after that, you start seeing more public-private partnerships take place. And this is really what creates the opportunity and businesses for companies that are coming here and looking to grow. Now, talking about crypto in the UAE, for those who are in the Web3 space, last year we've seen over a third of the UAE population either transact or own crypto, with transactions reaching 30 billion US dollars. And the average number of daily users has reached over 500,000 users. And that number is expected to grow even further, as we've seen more than sorry, the slides keep moving for some reason. More than 3.5 million crypto app downloads in the UAE just in the month of Jan of this year. Now, the funding landscape is also looking very good, as we have $3.7 billion of Web3 specific funds, but also institutional investors have injected more than 24 billion into crypto companies within a period of 1 year. And we're glad to have a regulator that is specific and dedicated to the crypto space. VARA has managed to license over 30 companies since they are incepted, and there's a lot more in the pipeline. Now, the AI is also growing in the UAE with big push from the government on AI adoption, and we have some ambitious targets set by the UAE government with 335 billion in revenue generated from AI by 2031. So for the organizers here, by the way, the screen is no longer reflecting what's showing over there. Anyways, we keep moving. Okay, now we're back, I think. Good. So there's a lot of AI adoption that is taking place now as a result of the government push and the targets. And we also see increase in the job postings in the AI space in particular. But more interestingly is there's a lot of interest in investment. There's a $30 billion fund dedicated to investing in AI, which was done in partnership between MGX, BlackRock, and Microsoft. And that is expected to grow from $30 billion to $100 billion. Now, gaming in the UAE is also growing, and we're seeing, if you talk about the MENA region first, there has been $7.7 billion of gaming revenue, and that grew about 9% from the previous year. And we're seeing a lot of interesting gaming deals in the MENA. Within 5 years, there are more than almost $400 million of investment in gaming that took place, and that's mostly because the UAE's contribution to it in terms of the interest from the government, the push from the government, as well as having a young population who's very passionate about gaming, and the gaming spend per capita is also very high, and the population is also tech savvy and very digitally connected. Now, going back to Web3, we're seeing, as I mentioned, a lot of public-private partnerships that took place and some very exciting projects such as Dubai Customs building a supply chain project on Web3, as well as Dubai Police using Cardano for the scans of bullets and sharing that with different law enforcement agencies. But we've also seen metaverse adoption between Ajman Police and ADGM using blockchain for different use cases. And also as DMCC, we have launched our own metaverse environment, which we'll show you also shortly. Now, we also have a lot of trends in the gaming space with Dubai Program for Gaming that was launched last year, and DMCC is an active member of that, and you're going to hear later on from Faisal, who's going to tell you more about the program itself. But also on the metaverse side, the Ministry of Economy have launched also a space in the metaverse, and there's a lot of education activities and initiatives. Dubai Police is also doing a lot. We have Dubai Police as an active player also here in the gaming space. And this is a quick glimpse of DMCC's metaverse environment. Basically, we built a digital twin of our crypto center, and that basically gives a chance to our members and clients to interact with us. Even if they can't make it here, they can meet our partners, they can host events and attend events also virtually, and they can learn about the different ecosystems that we have. We also have Diamond and others, and we plan to grow that space even further. I'm sorry, the clicker is not my best friend today, but hopefully things will move. So what is DMCC and what is the role that we play in this? So for those who don't know, DMCC is a Dubai government authority. We were established back in 2002 with a mandate to grow trade. We were given a land, which is 200 hectares or 2 million square meters, to build and develop and achieve that objective. And this land is today home to 87 towers between commercial, residential, and hotels. And it's home to more than 25,000 companies from all sectors and all nationalities. So we started with commodities trade, and we have a very mature commodities ecosystems. But like many organizations, about 10 years ago, we realized that technology is really the driving force behind many sectors. And we started introducing ecosystems for the different technologies, starting with the crypto center, which today grew to be the largest Web3 ecosystem, followed by the gaming, and more recently the AI center. And in total, we have about 3,200 technology companies operating in the DMCC in total. Now, what we offer the tech ecosystem companies, aside from the basic offering, which is registration, license, visa, which everybody needs, and a co-working space or a service office at our center, companies who operate in our space have access to ongoing opportunities such as networking events, knowledge sharing events. We have acceleration programs, access to funding, as well as POC programs for those technologies that are looking to connect with corporates and get business. Now, talking about gaming in particular, we realized that access to funding is one of the areas that everyone is interested in, and that's why we put more emphasis to working with partners. Xsola is our great partners, with Writer sitting here in front as well, that is going to support our companies with acceleration and funding, along with other partners such as Artisan Studios, Astrolabs, Brinks, and Level Up, who help with recruitment. With those partners, we give companies access to exclusive discounts and perks that other members don't have. Now, there's a diversity of license activities that our companies can apply for, starting from game developing and game publishing and other activities in that space. But we also have a growing esports community with league operators and league events management and analytics and other support services. And as a result of that, we have a very diverse gaming community today, and it's 130 companies that is growing every month. And as you can see on the screen, there are different brands from the different subsectors and sub-segments of the gaming space. Events are very important, and this is a way that we get our own companies to network and mingle and create collaboration opportunities. We organize about 10 events a year, and sometimes even game jams and acceleration programs within our gaming center, as well as other venues within the community. We also have a strong crypto ecosystem with partners that support us deliver the value proposition, such as the names that you see on the screen. On the media side, we have Cointelegraph that help us spread the word. But with other partners as well, we have the different perks that you can see on the screen where we give our members access to. And the good thing is that if you're a gaming company and you're interested in crypto, you can also access the Crypto Center benefits and vice versa. But on the crypto side, and for those interested in Web3 games, we have a lot of partners who are happy to offer grants for them to be built on their chain, such as Solana, amongst others. And there's also a diverse license activity range in the crypto space. If you are a blockchain developer or a metaverse service provider, or if you're a prop trader in the crypto space, then you can have the activities that you see on the left-hand side of the screen, while on the right-hand side, you have the regulated activities that require DMCC license as well as a VARA license, the regulator, and that's something that we can also support with. If you're an exchange, a broker-dealer, an investment manager, or into the remittance or custody, all of this would require a regulated license from VARA, as well as a commercial license from DMCC. We also have a very diverse community in the crypto space, and today we have more than 650 Web3 companies, and we were very happy to welcome recently Animoca Brands into our community. And as you know, Animoca is one of the biggest investors in the crypto and gaming space, and we had the pleasure of hosting their Animoca Brands Portfolio Day in our office last week, and we see a lot more interest from Animoca and the others in investing in local projects. We also have a lot of events in the crypto space, and as I mentioned, it's also open to the gaming ecosystem, and we have ongoing cohorts of acceleration by the different partners that we run within the crypto space. And one of the things that we started recently paying even more attention to is, because we realized that our companies are international and they're interested in accessing global markets, we have come up with ecosystem bridges between different centers. So with Switzerland, if you're a member of DMCC, you have access to CV Labs and vice versa. And with the Unicorn Factory in Lisbon, we recently signed a deal whereby their members can also access certain benefits of our space as well as working from the space. And our members can also access the various ecosystems. And we also work a lot with the Solana founders and their different hubs. We're also proud to see that over $155 million of funding was raised by 21 member companies of our crypto space since we started. And that number has already gotten bigger since the last time I updated the slide. And we also provide support, as I mentioned, with access to funding. Last but not least, from my side, this is our flagship event, the Web3 Unleashed in partnership with Bybit. We had the second edition last year, and we gave away $160 worth of prize money. And that was basically for 5 winners that pitched out of the 10 or 15 that participated on the day. We plan to do this again next year. Web3 gaming is also one of the categories that can participate in it, and we hope to see some more Web3 games hopefully win this year. But later on today, if you're still around, we're going to host the pitch play as the co-organizer. DMCC is also participating to the prize pool, and we're going to see some exciting games pitch as well. And hopefully, if you're pitching today, I wish you all the best. That's it from my side. Thank you for listening, and look forward to meeting you later, hopefully. Take care.
Thank you so much, Belal. We'd have time for one or two quick questions. Does anyone in the audience have any questions for Belal? If you do, raise your hand very high. No, I think you covered everything, Belal. But like, one thing I wanted to say was, you've talked about over the last year of what you've been working on with DMCC. But can you hear me all right? Is that okay?
I can, but it was just, there was some noise.
Am I talking too? Yeah. I'm probably talking too fast. But what's next for the year ahead to then take the next step for your programs?
Sure. So look, we're going to continue to add value, and this is for us the most important thing. So we listen to our members and see what are the areas that they need support with, and then we look for ways to create the value proposition within that space. We're also interested in doing more on the esports side, and we're looking forward to also organizing or co-hosting with our partners an esport tournament. Aside from that, we want to also support our companies with adoption of AI. We have a growing AI community of more than 80 AI companies. We ourselves as DMCC are looking at various AI projects, and we understand that AI is going to change the shape, of course, of how games are developed. So we want to see more at the intersection of AI and gaming and how we can also play a role in that evolution.
Brilliant. And you just mentioned about AI as well, but is there anything like any other like sectors that you're sort of looking at? For instance, browser, HTML5 gaming, is that something that you're looking at?
Look, there's a lot of technologies and there's a lot of things that we're looking at, so there's nothing specific to highlight at the moment.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much, Belal. Can we give him another round of applause, please?